Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a blessed day. I know I haven't been making too many videos frequently, and in this video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about why I haven't been making so many videos. I made a video a couple of videos ago about getting back into the credit repair space, and that's something that I've been working on. Okay, and I've been putting the infrastructure in place because I didn't want to start getting back into credit repair without having the infrastructure in place. And the whole reason why I'm doing it is because I've been getting a lot of people that's been downloading my templates and haven't had the success that they expected from using templates. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to get back in the space of credit repair, helping people build credit and helping people repair credit. And the way that I wanted to do it was more than just deleting items off of a credit report, right? I understand that's important, but there's so much more involved than just deleting items off of a credit report when you're talking about credit repair. I think of it more of as a credit transformation. And one thing about the credit repair space is that people that are in the space only use credit repair as the only option to rebuild or to repair or to transform someone into positive credit. Like that's the only tool they use. And a lot of times I'll talk about different situations. Like, for example, if you go back in my video archive, you will see a video that I did on Lexington Law. I did, and I talked about how I wasn't really pleased with their service because I felt like should be more education involved when talking about credit repair. And so what happened was I got a lot of pushback because people felt like that wasn't their job to do credit or educate people on credit repair. So I had a back and forth with a lot of people because they felt like the only service that they were supposed to provide was credit repair. And I couldn't get people to understand that if you're in the credit repair space, I believe you have a responsibility to your client to get them past deleting items off of a credit report. If I delete your items off of a credit report, that's part of it, right? But getting your FICO score into the 700s or even in the direction of going into the 700s is what we're trying to achieve. Deleting items off your credit report, that's a part of it, but there's so much more to it than just deleting items. Now, if you stick with me, there's a really important piece to this whole video, right? And I want to talk to you about the pricing model that I'm coming up with, why I'm coming up with it. So this video may be long in the tooth, and I apologize. I ramble anyway, right? Like there's so many people that talk to me about it. Now, Kenny, what you're rambling? You know, why are you always rambling? Get to the point. Get to the point. So I'm gonna try and get to the point as smoothly and as efficiently as I can. So when I started thinking about credit repair, um, in general, most people what they charge, I get it and I understand it. And there's a fear of the price that I'm coming out with because it's so low, right? And I'm afraid that it's going to imply that I'm cheap, right? And so I have mentors that I speak with in the marketing realm, and they always tell me that you don't want to price your product too low because it's going to imply that you're cheap, that your services are less than your competitors. And that was one thing that I really wanted to take into consideration. But when I started this channel, I started it with the premise of helping those that are not in the financial situation that they can just go and drop $100 and then drop another $100 per month for 2-3 years or whatever it takes for you to repair your credit. I wanted to start this channel for those people that are living paycheck to paycheck, just like majority of America. They don't have the resources, just like majority of America. And they weren't born with the silver spoon in their mouth. And so they get up, they go to work, they hustle, they grind, but they're not getting ahead in life because, one, they don't have a great credit score, and they don't have the education to get the credit score. And I wanted to start this channel, and I wanted to put it out as much information as I could for free for those that are the average consumer. Like, if you really think about it, most people in America, by the end of the month, they don't have enough money left over to pay all their bills. That's just the reality of it. The structure of America is if you go back and you look at the inflation rate from the 70s, the price of a gallon of milk or a price of a home, and you look at the trajectory of how much it costs compared to yesterday, right? Or the 70s, income has not followed. And they say the inflation rate is 2 to 3%. And if you do the numbers, and you will see that there is no way inflation is 2 to 3%. I don't know what they're looking at. I know they go by the consumer price index and all that other stuff, but my brother and I, we go through the numbers all the time, and we don't understand how they come up to these numbers from 1970, a 2 to 3% inflation rate. And even then, income hasn't gone up 2 to 3%, right? I know when I was growing up, everybody wanted to make $100,000, right? Everybody wanted to make $100,000. Today, how is the number still $100,000, right? Back then, homes were not going, in California, I'm talking, because I don't know the national average for homes, but homes back where I was from was, you could get a good home for like $200,000 when I was growing up, right? Good home, California, $200,000. You look at it now, if you don't have a home in the $400,000 range, then it's a starter home. Like it could be a condo, right? It could be, a mobile home, even if you go to Malibu or something like that. So I know that in this channel, when I started it, it was not going to be a channel that most business savvy or people that are already educated in personal finance. I wasn't trying to touch that market. That is not the demographic of people that I'm trying to reach. The people that I'm trying to reach are those people that don't have the education. They went to public schooling just like I did. And in the public schooling system, they did not teach you anything about credit. They didn't teach you utilization rates. They didn't teach you secure credit cards. They didn't teach you anything about credit. And so you went through life, you maybe started college, got on campus, and you became a target for credit card companies, and they put you into a high interest credit card, and they said, this is going to help you build credit. Didn't teach you anything about credit. So you started using the credit card, and next thing you know, you got a collection on your credit report. High utilization, you didn't really know. And from that point on, you were behind the 8 ball when it came to credit. So you haven't been able to extend your life, do things that are going to make you wealthy because you had a poor credit score. And the things that I'm talking about is like purchase a home or purchase assets or even purchase a vehicle at a good rate. You had to go to buy here, pay here's and stuff like that to get your vehicles. Like everything you did, you had to do it with a high interest rate attached to it. Those are the people that I'm trying to reach. Those are the people that I started this channel, and I really wanted to help, and I really wanted to say, okay, now that I learned all this information, how can I give it back to the people in a way that they can receive it and apply it to their lives? Not a channel where I'm just going down the road rambling about my day, but items that you can actually use to help you, right? I did a video on bankruptcies. I did a video on secure credit cards, on credit repair companies. These are all things that you can use to better your situation. And that's what this whole channel is about. That's what I've always been about since I started this channel. When I tell you the price point, all right, I'm going to do credit repair. What I'm going to do is I have to price it at a point where I know people can do it every month for a period of time. And what I came up with was I'm going to charge people $99 a month, and then it's going, or not $99 a month, $99 down, right? And with that down, what I mean by that is we're going to look at your credit report. We're going to go over your credit report, and it's going to take me about an hour just to onboard you, right? Now, I have to get compensated for my time, because if I'm working on your file, right, that means I'm not trucking, all right? And that's what this is all about. I have to provide for my family. If I could do it for free, I would, but I have to be compensated. The $49 a month, that's what I was afraid of, because most people that are in this credit repair space, the average rate is anywhere from $79 to $150 a month, $149 a month. That's what most credit repair companies charge. Like if you go through online and you look, most people charge anywhere from there. So what I did was I said, most people that have a business, 30% of their profits go to marketing, right? And I said, well, I have a pretty good, platform on YouTube to where I don't have to market outside of YouTube, like Facebook ads or Google ads or anything like that, to where I have to market to people to sustain my business. And when I talk about business, I'm talking about credit living. So what I can do is I can lower my costs, right, to the public, because the only platform that I'm really using to advertise is YouTube. So how do I take those costs and give it back to the people? And so that's how I've been doing it. I went out, I got a couple of people to help me do the onboarding process, putting the data into the computer, and allow me to do what I do best, right? And so that's what I've been working on. And that's why I haven't been able to make videos or reply to anybody's comments on YouTube. Like I have a bunch of comments and I have some emails that I need to get back to. But this was the most important thing for me, was to get this going. I wanted to make sure that I had everything in place before I started onboarding people into credit living and actually working with them on their credit. Now, what separates me from every other credit repair company is that not only do you get somebody that has a great deal of knowledge on credit, how to delete items on credit reports, somebody that's transparent, somebody that's has a great deal of knowledge in personal finance. I never really ran my resume as far as all the different industries that I've been a part of. A lot of you see me as a trucker. I haven't really been trucking that long. This was something that I got into because it was a great opportunity, and I seen a situation where I could build a trucking company and leverage the trucking company to do other things, right? But when you look at my resume and everything that I've been a part of my entire life, you will see a person that's always been dedicated into helping people advance in life. All right. And then attach that to my personal finance background. You'll see somebody that has always been passionate about personal finance. All right. Since as long as I can remember. So the thing about it is, the reason why I want to put that on the table is because I don't want you guys to ever think that because my prices are lower than I would say the market, that means that my prices are less than or my services are less than anybody else's. That is, you couldn't be further from the truth, right? But if I could do this for free, I would, right? There's no doubt about it. That's how passionate I am about helping people. This is not a money grab or anything like that. This is something that I want to establish to help as many people as I possibly can. All right. But I have to be fair to you, and I have to be fair to myself and my family. All right. And that's just being 100. So I've been helping people, and like I said, a couple of videos ago, I made a video about doing a price per delete. And I'm running into situations where I'm going to have to hire somebody just for collections, just for that, right? Because I send out the work, I do the work, I get items, comes back, but I'm not receiving the money for the services that were rendered. And I'm not interested in doing a nonprofit, a 100% nonprofit, and taking money from my trucking company to sustain Credit Living. Credit Living has to sustain itself. And that's something that I have to get people to understand, that this is a business, and I need only people that are serious about credit repair. So like I said, the price that I'm looking at right now, it's a promotional price. I don't know how long I can do it. This is something that I really want to try. I tried the pay for delete. That really didn't work out. I took a loss on that one, and I don't mind taking losses, but I'm always going to see a situation where it's 51-49 and you get 51% of the value and I get 49% of the value, right? I always want you to have more in whatever business venture we go into than I get, right? Because if you're happy, you're going to want to do business with me again. And that's just the way I look at business in general. I'll always make sure the other person that I'm doing business with wins more than I do. All right. And if they want to say they took advantage or whatever of this situation, that's great. But I'm going to have an opportunity to do business with you again. So that's how I'm looking at this credit repair space. That's what I'm doing. Now, the service that I'm providing, it is a full board credit repair service. It's not going to be a service where I can help everyone. All right. Now I'm putting it out there. I'm one person. So if you're interested in credit repair services and you want to work with somebody that is going to treat you fair and be completely transparent with you on your like if I don't think that my services are going to help you, excuse me. If I don't think that my services are going to help you, then I'm not going to charge you for the services. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your credit report to see if we even need to go further with the situation, right? I'm not going to charge you for that. I'm going to look at your credit report and say, okay, this is somebody I can work with. If you don't have revolving lines of credit on your credit report, there's a good chance I can't work with you, because the whole point of me doing this is to get you approved for loans. If you're not building credit from the first day, I can't really do much with your credit report to get you approved. I could delete everything negative off your credit report, but if you don't have revolving lines of credit, even when I'm done, right, you're still going to have a poor credit score, right? And that's what most people in the credit repair space will not tell you. So you have to have at least 2 revolving lines of credit on your credit report and at least 1 installment loan on your credit report. If you are interested, you can reach me at kenny@creditliving.com. And what I want you to put in the subject line is I'm in, right? And that's going to let me know that I have somebody that's really interested. Please, if you're not interested or you're still kicking tires, I understand. watch some more of my free content. I put a lot of free content out there for everyone so that they can still advance. But if you're still kicking tires and you're not sure if you can pay that price or whatever it is, get the free content and do what you can to put yourself in the best situation possible, right? But if you're interested and you want somebody to work with you, not just credit repair, but personal finance, meaning budgeting. I am not a financial advisor of the sort or anything like that. I'm just a guy that's been through life and has been in several different situations in business to where chances are I can help you, right? And that's what this is about, right? And I want you guys to reach out to me. Just in the subject line, write I'm in. What I'm going to do, it's either going to be me or my assistant's going to reach out to you. And we're going to just basically onboard you. And what I've done was I've gotten software and tools to expedite the process to make it smooth for you and me, right? And that's one thing. I'm about to ramble. I'm about to let you know. That's one thing I really don't get about the credit repair space, right? Is because if you look at most models, right? For example, let's take Barnes & Noble, right? Barnes & Noble, if they're not, they're on the brink of extinction, right? Because there's been another company by the name of Amazon that uses technology to provide the same product that they do via internet, right? So their costs are a lot lower, so they can offer a lower price. Back in the day, right, this is how we used to do credit repair. Credit repair, there was no software. Most credit repair companies worked via hand. So we spent a lot of hours in the credit repair space just drafting letters, whether it was writing or typing them out. A lot of us did it via Word or Excel. That's how most people in the credit repair space work. So the hours that we worked in our credit repair company, we were getting paid per hour basically, right? Because every client, every time we did letters, we did it via Word, right? But now they have so much technology for credit repair companies, and sometimes it's a little expensive. Okay, granted, it's a little bit expensive, but it's still less expensive overall, right? Like if you're just starting out a credit repair company, there are tools and services that you can get that may be like, if you don't have any clients and you don't have any money, the startup cost might be out of your range. But once you get rolling, right, it makes it so much easier to draft letters, keep track of clients. And if you use these tools, your overhead is going to be so much lower than what it used to be, right? So now you have to think to yourself, just like a lot of things online, right? Like Amazon. Amazon is providing more than just books. It's providing so many other things that it's driving malls out of existence. Like, think about it. Malls are becoming extinct because most people shop online now. And so there's still a space for malls, but the pricing model needs to change. And if you don't evolve with times, you're going to become a dinosaur in whatever market it is. Like right now, I'm in trucking. Everybody asks me about autonomous trucks. I have my own opinion about autonomous trucks, but you have to be thinking about it, right? In autonomous trucks are trucks that are going to be remote controlled or electric or sensors or however they make it work, right? And they already been putting them on the freeway. So you have to be at least, thinking about what you're going to do in the future. And in the credit repair space, you still have people that are charging prices for when we were doing handwritten letters. And I don't understand why hasn't times changed or the market changed or whatever, the pricing changed. I just don't understand it. Are they still doing it by hand? Are they still doing? I don't know. But being that the way that I'm doing my credit repair company, I'm taking profits from my trucking company and I'm putting it into my credit repair company, which is allowing me to use software and tools that's going to get me to the next level and make it easier for everyone, which means I'm spending less time on each client. So if I'm spending less time, that means I don't have to charge, or I can still take that profit and just, call it profit. Or what I can do is take that profit and give it back to the client. It's the same thing Walmart did. The average retailer, I believe the profit margins for retailers at the time. The average retailer was charging or wanted a 35% profit margin on every product. Walmart came in and said, well, if we do it this way, streamline our infrastructure, we can have a 15% profit margin and just charge customers less. And so now you look at Walmart, where Walmart is today, and it was just because they used technology and all the tools that was privy to them to get them to a lower profit margin. In trucking, we deal with profit margins, cost per mile, and every day, every load we take, we're looking at the profit margin of the load. And I know I'm going in on all this other stuff that has nothing to do with credit repair, but I want you guys to understand that when you're talking about the pricing model that I'm putting in place, I don't want you guys to think that it's a lesser service than what you would get anywhere else. In fact, I'll be honest with you. I don't know very many people who can compete with me in the credit repair space, right? That has as much knowledge, that spends as much money on education that I spend, right? I don't know very many people. I don't know one person. Just yesterday, there was a gentleman that I'm a part of one group, right? And all his information is great, right? All his information is great. I love what he's doing. He's very knowledgeable, been in the credit repair space for 20 plus years or something like that. And he's very, very knowledgeable. Sent him a message. Hey, you don't know me. What is your time worth? That's simple. I'll pay it. I don't care, because you have information that I need. And that's just the way I roll. Knowledge is that important to me when you, like, in anything that I deal with. Knowledge is the number one thing. And so, long story short, he calls me. He messaged, because I sent him a message via Facebook, and he Facebook called me. I answered it. Hey, how you doing? I don't want to say his name. Hey, how you doing? And he tells me a little bit about his background. And he says, I'm not really interested in charging. I'm like, no, you're going to take my money because you have a lot of knowledge that I want to tap into. I want to leverage your knowledge to get as much as I can. And if I know that I pay you, right? If I pay you, I know when you see my number come across your phone, you're going to answer it. And if I call you, I'm calling you because I'm in a situation that I don't know how to handle. And that's just how I go about things. And there are several different people that I reach out to whenever I'm in a situation that I can't handle. It's called networking, right? A lot of people don't understand that mentors and networking and having people that you can tap into to leverage your knowledge or leverage their knowledge is key to any business. It cuts your learning curve down. In trucking, if you can find somebody that can mentor you and pay them some money to get you where you need to go, so it cuts down years, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And so that's how I've always went about my life. And that's why I think coming from a wooden spoon and being able to go through life and get where I'm at and be where I'm at right now is because of the mentors and the people in my life has helped me, whether I paid for them or there were just people that came across that gave me a wealth of knowledge. My brother always tells me, man, you were really lucky. You always had great mentors. And I don't know how to get people to understand mentorship is great. So when you're thinking about this credit repair that I'm coming into, I don't want you to think of it as a guy that's just deleting items off my credit report. It's so much more. It's a guy that has a wealth of knowledge in the credit repair space. I'm not a guru. I don't like the word guru. I don't like the word master or specialist or anything. My experience and my videos speak for themselves. If you're not sure who I am or what I'm about, go back and check my videos out. I made a lot of videos on the credit repair. I showed you how I built I went through a bankruptcy 2017 and got to the 700s. I believe it was 7 months, 8 months. That's after a bankruptcy. You may not have a bankruptcy on your credit report, so it could be shorter for you. And that's, I don't know very many credit repair people who are touting that knowledge. They'll show you, oh, I deleted this off your credit report. But, I mean, all right, okay, but I'm not going to knock any other person's credit repair service. But I just wanted to give you my spiel on what I do, what I'm doing, and where we're going. If you're interested, reach out to me. Kenny@creditliving.com. I'm going to get back to everybody. If you emailed me previously and I wasn't able to respond to your email, re-email me, right? Send me another email and I'm going to get back to you. And we're going to kick this off. We're going to get going. But I want you to know it's not going to be an unlimited amount of people, right? So if you're interested, just send me the email. And it's not a gimmick. There may be a lot of people that I turn away. If it's not the right situation, I don't think you have the right mentality, like you're really not serious about credit repair and you're calling me with questions and stuff like that, like, you know, like basic questions, and you're really not trying to like advance. Like all you want me to do is answer questions for you for free. I have so many people that I'm working with that are paying me that I think that I should give my time to them, right? So if you emailed me and I haven't really replied to your questions, that's the only reason why. I may get back to you, but there's people that I think they have priority because they're paying for service, right? And so those are the people that I'm prioritizing right now. Those are the people that I'm putting first in line. That's just the way it is. I have to be fair to everyone. So I appreciate, you guys sticking with me this long. I'm sorry for rambling. I'm going to make a couple of videos this week. I'm still going to be making videos for those of you that are looking for the free content. Just keep watching the videos. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Ring the notification bell. I got to get down this road, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.